Hello, Franklin sports fans. Welcome to the start of the 2023 high school Franklin High Varsity volleyball softball season. Yeah, I'm still 2 seasons behind here. The 2023 FHS softball season, where your Franklin Panthers will be taking on the visiting Oliver Ames Tigers. And right off the bat, we've noticed some interesting changes going about here, with Oliver Ames being on the left-hand side of the field, Franklin being on the right. Oliver Ames, number 11, up at bat. First pitch is ruled a ball. Second pitch, that's a little high, so that's going to be a ball 2. And that pitch is going to be unmistakable, strike 1. Bit of a late start to this game. Oliver Ames cheering on their teammates. That ball is going to be hit foul. And so the next pitch coming up gets a good amount of bat on that one. And that one's going to go into deep left field. And Oliver Ames is going to get their first at bat is going to be she's going to make it she makes it to second base. Number 21 for Oliver Ames. A little bit of an accident there, and as a result, Franklin is not able to get that ball to first base. So Oliver Ames is going to be safe at first and third. Looks like that ball went right back to the pitcher. She's shaking her hand. And it looks like she's going to be okay, so that's a good thing. Franklin doesn't want to be down a pitcher this early in the game, and this is only the first few minutes of the first inning. Runners on first and third for Oliver Ames. And she's definitely got to take some time to work out that hand of hers. Number 9 for Oliver Ames up at bat. Checking up on third base. A little bit of a lead up, but not too much that she isn't safe at third. So still runners on second and third this time. That one's gonna go just by the shortstop. And OA is going to get a base hit. Base hit and a run into home. So only a few minutes into this game, and OA has a 1-0 lead. So a bit of a slow start off here for the Panthers. As that's going to be ruled that was going to be ruled a strike, and Oliver Ames easily able to get their runner on third into home plate. So that's going to be 2-0 for the Oliver Ames Tigers. Not the best way for the Panthers to start off their season, but again, it's early in the game. That's going to be a bona fide strike. So runner on second. And that one's going to be hit foul. Runner on second's ready to take off. Number 7 for Oliver Ames up currently. Number 8 on deck. And she's going to be unfortunately hit by that pitch. So Caitlin Miller, number 8 for the Oliver Ames Tigers up at bat. Runners on first and second. That's going to be ruled a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out for the Oliver Ames Tigers, who currently hold a 2-0 lead here in the first inning. And they've got a pinch runner. Good, nice pitch there by the Panthers. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs for Oliver Ames. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's going to be the first out of the inning for the Panthers, as they try to keep this Oliver Ames lead from going too much further. Runner still on first and second. First pitch, she gets a piece of it. Nonetheless, that's going to be a strike 1. Second pitch is going to be high, so ball 1. Again, runners on first and second. That one's going to be hit foul, so 2 strikes. Ball, a strike, and 1 out for the Panthers. And the 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit foul. So Tigers doing their best to stay alive here. That one's going to be a pop fly ball to first base, and that's going to be cut very easily. So 2 outs now for the Panthers. Number 24, Emily Martin, for the Tigers. She's going to get a piece of that, but it's going to be still going to be foul. Still have runner. Oliver Ames still with runners on first and second. That's going to be a base hit into the shortstop. She's going to get that to first base, and that's going to do it. Franklin able to get their third out, but not before Oliver Ames is able to put the first runs on the board. Oliver Ames with a 2-0 lead going into the bottom half of the second inning. So Oliver Ames has come out swinging. And now Franklin's going to need to see if they can cap off that, if they can match that level of energy, I should say. So we thank you for joining us on Franklin Pride TV for this matchup between your Franklin Panthers and the visiting Oliver Ames Tigers. Again, the very first game of the season for the Panthers, for the softball team. And then just on the hill, we have the boys tennis team facing off against Oliver Ames for their first match of the season. So Franklin TV bringing this game to you live on Comcast Channel 96, Verizon Channel 28, and as previously mentioned on Franklin TV's Pride TV channel. Franklin TV's crew consisting of Chris Leveron and Scott Tooker on cameras. And Chris Flynn as your commentator and running the broadcast. So that first pitch is going to be a little high, so ball one. Second pitch coming up. That one's going to be a little wide, so ball two. Third pitch coming up. That one's going to be just inside, so strike one. That one's going to be wide, so that's going to be ball two. Ball three, as it turns out. So yeah, so three balls and one strike. That one's going to be hit shallow hit. And Franklin's first player is going to be the first one on base there.
Now batting, number 2, Avery Shaw.
So that was number 14, Kira Kotwicki, who scored that first at bat. That's going to be an unfortunate swing and a miss for Avery Chalk at bat. As the Oliver Ames pitcher keeping a watchful eye on Kotwicki. Chalk's second pitch. And Kotwicki able to steal second base. And she was able to take care of that stolen base at a really, really good time. So Franklin with a runner on second. And Chalk still at home plate. That one's going to be high, so that's going to be ball 2. Two balls and a strike for Chuck. Franklin hoping to level the scoring out a little bit here. That one's going to be hit. This one's just going to get hit and drop right in front of the Oliver Ames catcher. And she's going to have another go at it. Didn't really do too much, and so they're going to bring Chalk back to home plate. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. She's going to get a really good piece of that one, as that one's going to go into shallow center field. So Franklin now with the runners on first and third, and nobody out. So number 7, Sarah Buzang. Her first pitch is going to be ruled a ball. Franklin with runners on first and third. That one's going to be in. Ooh. They are not going to be able. They are not going to be able to get Chalk at second base, so she's going to easily steal second. So Franklin off to a really good start here. Buzang up at home, and her next pitch. That's going to be directly into center field. Oliver Ames is not going to be able to do a thing about that one, so Franklin's going to put their first run on the board. Really good strong play to Franklin's first outing in the bases. Number 10, Haley Fales. Up at bat now. She's working with runners on first and second. Follow-up pitch from Oliver Ames. Oop, that's going to be inside. So that's going to be a ball and a strike to Fales. That's going to be a swing and a miss for Fales right there. So that's going to be 1 and 2. Oh, it's actually going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2 and 1. That one's going to be high and to the right. So that's going to be ball 3. Fales doing her best to dig in right here. Two balls and a strike. That one's going to be fouled away. So Fales able to keep herself alive here. And that's going to be a So Fales is gonna be thrown out after a foul ball that was tipped, but playable. So they were able to throw Fales out at first base. So 1 out for the Panthers. That's going to be a nice hit. Winds up going into shallow left field, I believe. And Franklin is able to tie the game up at 2.
Now batting, number 11, Reese Allen.
Reese Allen, number 11 up for the Panthers. Olive Ames having a little huddle at the pitcher's mound. They don't want this game getting too out of hand. Franklin has already caught up to them. Franklin a little slow to start to. Franklin a little slow to start in this first half inning, but they have caught up to Oliver Ames, making it a 2-2 game here. Allen getting ready for her first pitch. Oliver Ames checking. Oliver Ames checking Boozang at third base. Not in any danger with her yet. That one's going to be low and inside, so that's going to be ball 1, ball 2. So Allen working with runners on first and third. Franklin does have one out at this point. And the follow-up pitch right there is going to go right to the Oliver Ames pitcher. They get Allen out at first. They get a second out at home base. They got Boozang, I believe, out at home. So Oliver Ames now down to 2 outs. They do still have a runner on third.
Now batting, number 15,
That's Carly Johnson Pellegri who's on third base for the Panthers. That one's going to be in the dirt, so ball 1. That's going to be hit into shallow, and unfortunately, no one is going to be able to recover. Is going to be able to get that ball. So Franklin able to score another run off of a missed catch. So gameplay not necessarily falling apart at the seams here for the Tigers, but that missed catch from them has caused some discombobulation for them. Captain Dana Stott, number 4, up at bat, and she gets a nice hit into center field. But that one's going to be easily caught by the Tigers, so the Tigers are able to stop the bleeding. But in their case, not before Franklin is not only able to tie it up at 2, but also take a 2-run lead. So Franklin now leads this game by a score of 4-2 as we head into the top of the second inning. A sunny but windy day here at Franklin High School. And the wind does not feel like it's going to be letting up anytime soon. Can only imagine what the on-site spectators are thinking about this. And there you can see number 14, Kira Kodwicki. Couldn't quite get that name for number 12 of the Olive Ames Tigers. We should point out that the on-site announcing for the game being handled by Franklin's own Ryan Martin. You viewers at home will know that Ryan does a phenomenal job doing play calling for the various sports that he is thoroughly knowledgeable of. Franklin TV is lucky to have him. That latest pitch is going to be ruled a ball 2, so 2 balls and 1 strike to number 12 for the Tigers. That one's going to be high, so ball 3. And the follow-up pitch from Kodwicki. That one's going to be ruled ball 4, so Olive Ames starts their second inning off with a walk to first base.
Now batting, number 18, Paige Taylor.
So number 16 for the Tigers. Kodwicki with her windup. That one's going to be wide, so ball 1. Second pitch from Kodwicki. That's going to be ball 2. And the follow-up pitch gets a piece of that, so that's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. And the latest pitch from Kodwicki coming up. She gets a piece of that one, too. That one's going to go flying. Didn't hear anyone yelling out that ball was going to go falling in their direction. So the 1-2 pitch from Kodwicki. Swing and a miss. She gets a piece of it, but unfortunately the catcher is not able to get that in her glove. So Olive Ames staying alive. And another 1-2 pitch from Kodwicki. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's going to be the first out for the Panthers here in the top of the second inning. They do still have the runner on first. Number 11 for the Tigers. First pitch. That one's going to go wild. That one's going to go sharp to the left. So the second pitch from Kodwicki, that one's going to be high and just to the right, so that's going to be ball one. The follow-up pitch, that one's going to go right into center field. So a nice line drive into center field. And Franklin able to keep Oliver Ames to first and second base. And that one, not necessarily. That one looked like it was pretty close to hitting the fence, but does not score a home run for the Tigers.
Number 9, Katie Melody.
That was actually an out for the Tigers. It was it was really, really close to the fence, but Franklin able to score their second out. So two outs for the Panthers. One ball thrown to number 9 for the Tigers. Second pitch, that's going to be swing and a miss. Strike one. Follow-up pitch, that is going to be high, so ball two. That one's going to be hit high and drops right behind the second baseman for Franklin. And Oliver Ames is going to be ruled safe at second. So Oliver Ames has tied it up at 4 here in the second inning. Franklin with 2 outs, but Oliver Ames with a runner on second. That one's going to be a loose. That one's going to be a tip ball, but Franklin is not able to get that ball to first base in time. So Franklin now with runners at first and third.
How about number 8, Caitlin Miller?
That one's going to be high, so ball one. This is number 8 for the Tigers. Runners on first and third for the Tigers. That pitch is going to be hit into shallow left field. Franklin is not able to get anything done with it. And as a result of that, Oliver Ames is able to score an easy 5th run.
How about number 3, Natalia?
So Franklin now having a little chat at the pitcher's mound. Justifiably so, since Oliver Ames has just taken a 5-4 lead here in the second period. Second inning, I should say. That one's going to be hit foul. And just beyond the fence to the right-hand side of the umpire. That's going to be a nice ground ball to shortstop, but it's going to get past her. So Franklin having a bit of a hard time with these balls being hit into shallow outfield. And we've got bases loaded here. That one's going to be caught, so that's going to stop the bleeding for the Panthers as they get out of this. As they get out of the top of the second inning with allowing Oliver Ames only 3 runs there, and threatening something more with having the bases loaded, but Franklin able to stop Oliver Ames at 5, and so now the score is 5-4 in favor of the Tigers. So we are back for the bottom of the second inning. Number 6, Katie Dowley. First pitch to Dowley is going to be high and outside, so that's going to be ball 1. Second pitch to Dowley. That's going to be bunted, but it's going to be ruled foul. So 1-1 to Dowley. That one's going to be wide and high and wide. So 2 balls and 1 strike. That's going to be a hit to third base, but they are not going to be able to do anything with that ball in time. So that's going to be a base hit for Dowley.
Now batting, number 14, Captain Mira Kawuki.
That one's going to be hit shallow infield. And once again, Attleboro is not able to get anything going with that ball, so Franklin now with runners on first and second.
Now batting, number 2, Avery Shaw.
So number 2, Avery Chalk up at bat for the Panthers. She gets a piece of that, but it's going to go foul. That one's going to be a nice hit into shallow right field. Tigers throw it into home plate, but ooh. Oh, and that one's going to get away from him. An unfortunate turn of events right there as Franklin tries to play a little game of pickle. And it does not work to Oliver Ames' advantage, so Franklin is able to tie the game up at 5.
Now batting, number 7, Sarah Buzang.
Sarah Buzang up for the Panthers. She's working with runners on first and third and nobody out. And now Oliver Ames having another conference at home plate. Or at the pitcher's mound, I should say. Yeah, I'm fully paying attention here. So it's been a very back and forth, just an inning and a half at this point. But Buzang is now ready to go with runners on first and second. That one's going to be high. A lot more wind than I was anticipating being here. That's going to be a nice hot pop fly ball to right behind first base, and they are able to, and Oliver Ames able to handle that ball very nicely. So 1 out for the Panthers. Number 10, Haley Fails. Next player up at bat for the Panthers. Right up the middle, and so strike 1, 2, Fails. Runners on first and second ready to go. Can't do too much with that one. That one's going to be high. So 2 balls and a strike to Fails. And she has runners on first and second. That one's going to be high and outside. So ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out for the Panthers. See if the Tigers are able to avert any kind of trouble here. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The Tigers able to get a strike right when they need it to. So full count to Fails. Can Oliver Ames finish this one off? The full count pitch. That one's going to be inside, so ball 4. Oop, that was actually strike 3. My mistake. So 2 outs for the Tigers. Carly Johnson-Pellegrini, number 35, up at bat for the Panthers. Franklin still has runners on first and second. That one's going to be a ground ball into second base. Oliver Ames able to handle that one very nicely. And so Franklin able to tie the game up again at 5 this time. It's been a very back and forth game. But I'm not sure if you'd want it any other way for either one of these teams, as this is the first game of the regular season for Franklin. First game for the Tigers on the road, I'm sure. So as we gear up for the top of the third inning, both teams trading runs with each other, but the score is currently tied at 5 as we go into the top of the third inning. Garrett Godowicki at the pitcher's mound. You can hear the Franklin. You might be able to hear the Franklin faithful cheering on their pitcher. I certainly can, but I'm not sure if you viewers at home can. Number 12 for the Tigers up. First pitch is going to be inside, so ball 1. Second pitch, that's going to be hit foul. And that one goes just outside of the fence. That's going to be a nice hit into shallow left field. So that's going to be a base hit for the Tigers. So once again, the Tigers are able to get their leadoff hitter on base. So Franklin with the OA with a pinch runner. And they now have number 18 at bat. Number 1, the pinch runner for the Tigers as Godowicki. That first pitch is going to be a ball. Second pitch. Ooh. That's going to be and Oliver Ames able to steal second base. So a good way for Oliver Ames to start off the third inning. Runner on second. And she considered bunting that for a split second. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner on second. And again, she tries to go for it, but she can't make it connect. But that's a ball. That's a ball 3. That one's going to be rolled a strike. So that's going to be 1 down for the Tigers. But the Tigers do still have the runner on second. Number 11 for the Tigers, facing off against Godowicki. That one's going to be high, so ball 1.
Now batting, number 11, Maddie Homer.
That one's going to be high, so ball 2. That one's going to be high, so ball 3. Or it's going to be ball 2. Ball 2 and 1 strike. Okay. That one's going to be hit foul. And unfortunately, no mistaking that one. That one's going to be dropped by the catcher. And Franklin is not able to get the runner out at third. Looked like it was a close call, but no luck for the Panthers there. So full count to the Tigers. That one's going to be hit foul. So Oliver Ames still with a runner on third. Oliver Ames with only 2 outs, though. Or 1 out, I should say. That one's going to be ball 4, so that's going to give Oliver Ames a walk. So Oliver Ames now with runners on first and third.
How about it? Number 21, Devin Morris.
So first pitch here from Kotwicki. Oliver Ames able to steal second. Not too difficult either. That ball is going to be at foul, so strike 1. So runners on first and third. That one's going to be a high, so ball 3. That one's going to be fair, but it's going to go right to the third baseman. So Oliver Ames now with a massive, massive opportunity here. Bases loaded and only 1 out, so a lot of pressure on Kira Kotwicki to try to put the fire out here. That's going to be that was going to be a base ground ball to third base.
Now batting, number 7, Catherine Farley.
And it looks like Franklin was able to get the easy out at home. So yes, easy out at home. So Oliver Ames now with 2 outs, but still bases loaded. That one's going to be high, so that's going to be ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 1-2 pitch from Kotwicki. That one's going to be hit foul. Good hit, just didn't stay in field. And again, the 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit. That one's going to be ruled foul. Deep into left field, but still foul nonetheless. So Oliver Ames fighting to stay alive here, especially with a bases loaded situation. And again, 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be a pop fly ball. And Franklin able to handle that. Ball and get the third out. So Franklin able to get out of a potentially very scary situation there with Oliver Ames having gone bases loaded with 2 outs left. And Franklin able to put out that fire, so they are able to escape this top of this third inning unscathed. So the score is going to stay 5-5. As Franklin gets ready to take home plate. An incredible inning on Oliver Ames' part, but unfortunately for them, not able to get anything done with bases loaded. And so now we'll be going into the bottom of the third inning. Not a bad way to start off the season. Very back and forth match here. So we once again thank you for tuning in to this Franklin High Varsity softball matchup, the first game of the regular season. The Franklin TV crew of Chris Flynn behind the live broadcast and the announcing, Chris Leverone and Scott Tooker behind cameras. If you're watching this on cable, it's going to be either Comcast 96 or Verizon channel or Verizon 28. And you can also watch this game on YouTube on Franklin TV's Pride TV channel. So many avenues for checking out this game. As number 11, Reese Allen, the leadoff batter for the Panthers. Swing and a miss there. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Allen. That's going to be hit deep into center and right field, but nonetheless, that's going to wind up being a base hit for Reese Allen. So Franklin's again their leadoff hitter, getting on base. Next up, we have number 15, Katie Lieberman.
Now batting, number 15, Katie Lieberman.
And that first pitch to Lieberman is going to be strike 1. Second pitch. That's going to be hit deep again into nearly the exact same spot as Allen. Allen racing off to third base, and now she's making it into home, and she gets it. A very, very strong effort by Oliver Ames to throw that ball into home plate, but unfortunately she cannot get a decent enough grip on it to tag her out at home. So Franklin takes a one-run lead. And Lieberman safe at second. We got number 4, Dana Stott, at bat for the Panthers. And that's going to be a ground roll to shortstop. Oliver Ames able to get that easy out at first. Lieberman moving on to third base.
Now batting, number 6, Katie Dowley.
Number 6, Katie Dowley up at bat for the Panthers. Nice strong hit into left field that is going to be caught by the outfield catch hit by the outfield player right there. And Franklin is able to score another run.
Now batting, number 14, Captain Kira Kotwicki.
Franklin's pitcher, Kira Kotwicki, up at bat now. Kotwicki working with 2 outs here and a runner on third. Oh, I take that back. Bases are empty. I love it when I'm paying attention. Anyway, that first strike is going to be ball 1 to Kotwicki. That pitch is going to be ruled strike. Follow-up pitch. That one's going to be hit deep into left field, and that one's going to be easily caught again by the Tigers. And that's going to finish that third inning off for the Tigers. But Franklin able to add 2 more runs to their tally, making it a 7-5 game. Neither team giving up lightly here. Going into the top of the 4th inning. And we can see Oliver Ames having a little chat outside of their dugout. Oliver Ames trying to get all their ducks in a row to make sure that this game doesn't go completely out of whack for them. Granted, it is only a 2-run lead for the Panthers, but again, Tigers don't want this getting away from them. So Franklin having a little conference at the pitcher's mound as they gear up for the top of the 4th inning here. Oliver Ames hoping to even this up here. Franklin with a 7-5 lead. That one's going to be high, so ball one. Second pitch is going to be swing and a miss. One and one. Swing and a miss there. That's going to be ball. That's going to be strike two. So we've got number 20, Sophia Sacramone, in to pitch for the Panthers now. Relieving Kira Kodwicki. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball is going to be hit foul. Sacramone with a follow-up pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. A good start for Sacramone there. So 1 out to the Tigers. Number 3 for Oliver Ames up at bat. First pitch from Sacramone is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. They're going to get that to first base for the easy out. So 2 down for the Tigers. Number 24 for the Tigers up now. That first pitch from Sacramone is going to be ball 1. That second pitch is going to be hit foul. Hopefully so far out of range that it's not going to hit anyone as it comes back down to earth. So we've got... Actually, the scoreboard hasn't been fully updated yet. That one's going to be a low and inside ball, so that's going to be ball 1. So if we're going according to the scoreboard, then a ball and a strike, 2 out for the Tigers. That ball is going to be hit foul. So ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Sacramone. That one's going to be inside and low, so ball 2. And that one's going to be hit foul. So it's going to stay 2-2. So the full count pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to do it for the Panthers. An easy 1-2-3 inning for Sophia Sacramone. And Franklin's going to stay in the lead with a 7-5 lead as we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. So as we get ready for the bottom of the fourth inning, we've gone almost an hour and a quarter with this game. And again, Franklin leading the match by a score of 7-5 against the visiting Oliver Ames Tigers. And number 2, Avery Chalk up at bat, the leadoff batter for the Panthers.
Number 2, Avery Chalk.
So the first pitch to Chalk. She's going to hit that ground ball to third base, and that's going to be an easy out at first. So 1 out.
Now batting, number 7, Sarah Buzang.
Next up is Sarah Buzang. And this one's going to be a ground ball past the third baseman. And that's going to be an easy base run for Buzang, who will stay at first. And next up we have number 10, Haley Fails. As was just announced by Ryan Martin as being one of the captains for the varsity softball team. So Fails with no balls and a strike and 1 out. And a runner on first. That one's going to be high, but still ruled strike. Looked a little bit high, but don't have a decent enough angle to see how high or low it was. So the 0-2 pitch. She's going to get that, and that's going to be an easy catch from the second base player, from the second baseman. So Franklin now with 2 outs. Number 35, Carly Johnson-Pellegri. And the Oliver Ames coach out at the pitcher's mound. So Johnson-Pellegri ready for her first pitch here. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Second pitch to Johnson-Pellegri. Oliver Ames catcher checking Buzang over at first. 1-1 to Johnson-Pellegri. And now the follow-up pitch. That one's going to be low and inside, so ball 2. Two balls and a strike to Johnson-Pellegri. Swing and a miss. That's going to be ball. That's going to be strike 2. I mean. So 2-2. 2 outs for the Panthers. Gets her bat on that one, but it's going to go foul to the left-hand side of the field. So Johnson Plugger doing what she can to stay alive here. And the 2-2 pitch. That one's going to be high, so ball 3. So full count to Johnson Pellegrini. Still with a runner on first. And the full count pitch. That's going to be a ground ball past third base. And Oliver Ames is able to not get the out at first. Wow.
Now batting, number 11, Reese Allen.
That almost looked like it was guaranteed to be an out, but Franklin is able to sneak that one by very, very closely. So Franklin now with runners on first and second. And number 11, Reese Allen up at bat. That one's going to be high and outside, so ball 1. So ball 1 to Allen. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. And this time they are able to get the insurance, that insurance out at first base. So that's going to do it for this side for the Panthers. Oliver Ames managing to keep them at 7 runs. And we gear up for the top of the 5th inning. Score is still 7-5 in favor of the Panthers. What started off as a very wild first couple of innings for this game. Runs have slowed down in recent innings. But I'm sure that as long as Franklin feels like they can stay on top, then they'll be fine with what's going on here. And we thank you viewers at home for staying tuned into this game. As we are almost an hour and a half in. But only 2 more innings left to go here. As Franklin has their conference at the pitcher's mound before they start gearing up for the first player of the 5th inning. Sacramento with the first pitch. That's going to be inside. That one's going to be high, so that's going to be ball. That's going to be a ball. And the scoreboard not accounting for that first pitch. So 2 balls and no strikes. That one's going to be hit foul. Low and foul into the fence, so 2 balls and 1 strike from Sacramento. And the follow-up pitch, that one's going to be high. Ball 3. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh, so that was strike 3. I had a feeling that there was one strike that hadn't been accounted for on the scoreboard. And for better or worse, I was right. So one down for the Tigers. First pitch here from Sacramone. That one's going to be high, so ball one. Second pitch from Sacramone. That one's going to be wide, so ball one. That one is going to be ruled a ball. So two balls, no strikes, and 1 out for the Tigers. Follow-up pitch, swing and a miss. So 2 balls and 1 strike to number 18 for the Tigers. Sacramone winding up. She's going to get a piece of that, but it's going to hit foul. So the full count pitch from Sacramone. She gets a piece of that one. That one's going to go flying. So number 18 staying alive here. Doing her best at least to do so. Sacramone coming up again with the full count pitch. She's going to get a piece of that one. And a timeout is going to be called. So gameplay about to resume here. Full count still. 1 out for the Tigers. And again the full count pitch from Sacramone. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Sacramone having a really, really nice second inning here. Sacramone having been able to make very quick work of all the batters that she's had to face off with here. So 2 outs, nobody on base. First pitch here from Sacramone. And that is going to be ruled strike 1. The second pitch from Sacramone. That one's going to be a ground ball to shortstop, and they are able to. Oliver Ames able to get herself safely to first base. Probably a very close call, but she is safe at first base nonetheless. Number 7, Sarah Boozang, did have to stretch for that one. Oliver Ames able to steal second, but they are safe at second. She got an incredible jump on that one. So stolen base for Oliver Ames. But Oliver Ames still with 2 outs here. That's going to be a nice drive into center field. And Oliver Ames able to get their 6th run across the plate. So a nice strong hit into center field. Going to be an easy single. An RBI single that's going to bring Oliver Ames in within 1 run of the Panthers here. That's going to be a nice shot into shallow right field. So Oliver Ames now working with runners on 1st and 2nd. And 2 outs. Scores now 7-6. Franklin holding on to a 1-run lead. That first pitch is going to be hit foul.
Now batting, number 7, Catherine Farley.
Runner on 2nd, ready to take off. Should she have the chance to? And that pitch is going to be a ball. Again, runner at 2nd, ready to take off. That pitch is going to be a ground ball to shortstop, but it's going to just barely get by her. And Oliver Ames able to get the easy run from 3rd and ties the game up at 7 with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. This has been a very competitive matchup, very fierce when it needs to be. Panthers having a little chat at the pitcher's mound. What started off as a promising inning for the Panthers to make it a quick 1-2-3 inning. Has now allowed Oliver Ames to tie the score up at 7 in the top of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss there, strike 1. That's going to be a pop fly. Handled very nicely by the catcher for the Panthers. So Franklin able to get out of this inning, but not before Oliver Ames is able to tie it up at 7. A tough inning for the Panthers to have to give up a two-run lead. So as we get ready for the bottom of the 5th inning, a tough 5th inning for Franklin to get through as far as their defense was concerned.
Jump in. You stand there like that. Murph, jump in,
Leading off for Franklin, number 15, Lieberman.
So number 15, Katie Lieberman up at bat for the Panthers to start off the bottom of the 5th inning. That first pitch is going to be a ball. That's going to be a nice line drive into shallow center field. Or a pop fly ball that goes into shallow center field. Drops right in front of their center fielder. So that's going to be another base hit for the Panthers.
Now batting, number 4, Captain Dana Stott.
Number 4, Dana Stott up at bat. And that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop, and they are able to get the easy out at first, or the easy out at second, I should say. They get the easy out at second, but I'm unable to get Stott out at first. But they do at least have one out. Number 20, Sophia Sacramone. That ball is going to get away from the Oliver Ames catcher, so Stott easily able to steal second there. So we'll see what Sacramone can do. That ball is going to be high, so ball 1. One and one to Sacramone. That's going to be inside, so ball 2. Stott more or less ready to take off here. And the follow-up pitch, that's going to be a little high, so ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike to Sacramone. That's going to be hit foul by Sacramone, so full count. So the full count pitch coming from the Tigers to Sacramone. She gets a piece of that, but that's going to be just barely missed by the Oliver Ames first baseman, and foul. Another inch or two, and that probably would have been an out. So Sacramone staying alive. This one's going to be unmistakable. A tremendous catch there by the second baseman. Tremendous catch.
Now batting, number 14, Captain Kira Kotwicki.
It looks like they missed the from that high view. It was tough for me to see whether or not they caught that or not. This one is unmistakable. That's going to be caught by the center fielder. So Franklin now with 2 outs, runners on first and third.
Avery Shaw.
And Avery Chalk up at bat. She's working with 2 outs, runners on first and third. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. And Oliver Ames able to get the easy out at first. So that's going to be the end of the side for the Panthers, as Oliver Ames is able to keep them to 7 runs. And a few minutes, we'll be getting ready for the start of the 6th. So we are starting to gear up for the top of the 6th inning here. Oliver Ames manages to keep Franklin at 7 runs. Ooh, a nice line drive that gets over the second baseman. Puts Oliver Ames lead batter on first. Ooh, that throw from the catcher is going to be just too wide for Franklin to get the tag at second. So Oliver Ames able to steal second. Swing and a miss right there. So strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Oliver Ames. Next one from Sacramone. Number 3 almost decided to take off. So a ball and 2 strikes to number 24. That's going to be a pop fly ball. Franklin able to handle that one easily. So that's going to be 1 out for the Tigers. So number 12 for the Panthers, or for the Tigers, I should say, up at bat. That one's going to be high. So 2 balls. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss right there is going to be the first strike. Number 3 was ready to take off with that one. Ooh, very early swing. And I think that pitch was fairly high too, so That was not the easiest. That was not the easiest pitch to guess on. So Franklin now down. So Franklin now with 2 outs. Number 18 for the Tigers up. Tigers still working with that 1 runner on second. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That one's going to be outside, so ball 1. So 1-1, 2 outs for the Tigers. That one's going to be high and inside, so ball 2. Number 3, ready to jump should anything drastic happen. That one's going to be outside, so number 3 able to steal third base. Giving Oliver Ames a little more of an advantage here. That's going to be ruled strike 2. So full count to number 18. The full count pitch from Sacramone coming right up. Swing and a miss, strike 3. She retires the side. Unfortunately for Oliver Ames, another missed opportunity to try to score some runs here. But they leave a runner stranded on third. And Franklin able to retire the side, keeping the score tied up at 7. So we are gearing up. We will be gearing up for the bottom of the 6th inning. And this has been nothing short of a thrilling game. So Tigers having their conventional little meeting at the pitcher's mound before getting ready for gameplay here. And we've got number 7, Sarah Boozang. Sarah Boozang up at bat for the Panthers. That first pitch is going to be rolled a strike. That one's going to be a line drive right up the middle of the field. And Boozing is able to score herself a base hit.
Now batting, number 10, Captain Haley Sales.
So Haley fails up at bat now for the Panthers. That one's going to be strike. That's going to be foul by Fails. So 0-2 to Fails. Runner on first, but nobody out. So the 0-2 pitch. She's going to foul that one. So Fail staying alive. And she digs in for the 0-2 pitch. This one's going to be a ground ball past the pitchers. And Franklin able to get at first and second base safely. So runners on first and second with nobody out. And number 35, Carly Johnson-Pellegri up at bat. Franklin would love to just break the scoring wide open right here, but we'll see if they're able to do anything. First pitch to Johnson-Pellegri. That's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. And Oliver Ames able to get the outs at second and first. So 2 quick outs. Number 11, Reese Allen up at bat for the Panthers. That one's going to be high, so ball 1. So Boozang over at third base. That one's going to be high as well, so ball 2. That one's going to be hit foul by Allen. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Allen. 2 out and a runner on third. That one's going to be a pop fly ball. And Oliver Ames able to handle that ball at second base, so that's going to retire the side for the Panthers. So what started off as a promising opportunity for Franklin to score, add more runs to the scoreboard is going to be cut short in just a couple of seconds by 2 quick outs by the Tigers. And then finishing it off with a pop fly ball to second base. So top of the 7th inning coming up, and we are tied up at 7. So the Panthers start off their softball season in nail-biting fashion here. As we are slowly starting to approach the second hour of this girls varsity softball matchup between your Franklin Panthers and the visiting Oliver Ames Tigers. So we'll see if either team is able to make something happen in this 7th inning. As Sacramento with the first pitch of the 7th inning.
Number 11, Maddie Homer.
I think that that pitch was ruled a ball, so. Second pitch. That one's going to be a pop fly ball into shallow left field, and Franklin able to handle that one, so that's going to be 1 out to the Tigers. Number 21 for the Tigers up at bat now.
Morris.
Sacramento. That's going to be a line. That's going to be a ground ball. That's going to go to second base, and Franklin is not able to get the out at first. Or I take it back. They do get the out. I misread that signal by the first base umpire completely. I will do my best to be better than that for the next game. That first pitch there is going to be called a strike. So Oliver Ames with a very quick 2 outs. Second pitch from Sacramento. Ooh, that one's going to be high, so that's going to be ball 1. Third pitch from Sacramento. That one's going to be hit foul. So 2 balls and 1 strike to number 9 from the Tigers, and 2 outs for the Tigers. The follow-up pitch from Sacramento. That's going to be a ball to Sacramento, and Sacramento able to get the easy out at first. And that's going to retire the side for the Tigers. So Franklin once again able to make very quick work of the Tigers lineup. And so we are going to be going into the bottom of the 7th. Score all tied up at 7, as it has been for at least a couple of innings at this point. And there haven't been really too many standout players in this game so far. But again, this is only the first game of the regular season for the Panthers, so it's way too early to judge who could be a standout player here. This game has been very much a group effort. Oliver Ames will love to push this into extra innings, but we'll see what happens with this bottom half of the 7th inning. So as the Tigers have their little conference at the pitcher's mound. Katie Lieberman to lead off the lineup for the Panthers in the 7th inning. That pitch is going to be inside, so that's going to be ball 1. Second pitch, that one's going to be high as well. Unfortunately, there is a possibility for me to misinterpret these pitches, so there's actually 1-1 to Lieberman. That one's going to be a line drive caught by the shortstop. Wow. A line drive from Lieberman that gets immediately caught by the shortstop. So Franklin very quickly down 1 out. And number 4, Dana Stott up at bat. First pitch to Stott safe at second.
Winning on at second. Now batting for Franklin. Number 20, Casey Sackmore.
That one's going to be a base hit. That's going to be so Oliver Ames was able to get the second out at first base, or at least an out at first base. Franklin does have the runner at third. Franklin having a little chat, or I should say Oliver Ames having a little chat at the pitcher's mound.
That's okay, you know I'm good, we all know. What are they yelling? That's it, girlies. Never again, never again on my side. What'd you say? That's it, girlies.
So after a little conference at the pitcher's mound, Franklin with a runner on third. Number 14, Kira Kodwicki. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to go right to the pitcher. And just like that, Franklin able to... and because... because Stott did not run into home plate, Franklin has runners on first and third. Number 2, Avery Chalk up at bat. So again, runners on first and third. That one's going to be foul. That's going to be hit foul. So the next pitch, that one's going to be high, so ball 1. So 1-1 to Dana Stott. That one's going to be a pop fly ball. It's going to be hit foul. Oliver Ames is unable to get that ball caught, and that's going to result in Franklin taking the game. Franklin will take this game by a score of 8-7 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Wow. Gameplay for gameplay for Franklin started off slow in the first inning, but then once they started to wake up, making it a little more competitive for both teams, and it was a highly competitive match between these two teams as they just kept going back and forth with the scoring, ultimately getting to a 7-7 tie by the 5th inning, roughly. And then game is pushed into a 7th inning, and Franklin is able to walk away from this game with a final score of 8-7. So that's going to do it for our coverage here at Franklin High School of this Franklin High girls varsity softball matchup. So for Chris Leverone and Scott Ticker on cameras, this is and Ryan Martin calling the game for the fans on site. This is Chris Flynn saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, Franklin sports fans. Have a good one.